The saw is an exercise that I like to translate more into basically a spiral weight shift on our lowest weight bearing segments. So when we come out of the corkscrew, we kick up to seated, the legs come wide. For this, I'll do this forward so you can see this in my body. I want you to imagine that as you shift weight into one sits bone, you'll feel the heart turn that direction. As you shift the weight into the other sits bone, you'll feel the heart turn that direction. What happens is as you shift into that same side sits bone, you'll notice that the ilium really, but how would you describe it? Sort of the half of the pelvis. You'll feel it sort of steer back. You'll feel this hip steer back and drop back. You'll feel the other one drop forward. As you shift to the other side, the side to which you shift will drop back. The other side will shift forward. I think that this is a really important movement in tensegrity to understand how to coordinate, especially for hypermobile people, because we can so easily fragment and lose our connection. But really for everyone, this is how we can kind of train locomotion in a way, okay? So as we shift over to that hip, we soften and turn the sternum. We reach long with the hand out in the air. The back arm comes palm up to the sky. And I want you to treat this like our spine stretch forward. So what we did before, where we spine stretched forward like this, we would take it over to this side. We spine stretch forward over to the pinky toe with our front hand. And what are we doing in that case? We're keeping our weight in the sits bone while we curl sternum to pubic bone. We reach long, and we only fall as far forward as we're able to keep the weight grounded into our sits bone. When we lose that and start to drop our weight forward to the heel, we know we've gone too far. It easily causes too much pulling, potential tearing in the hamstring tendon. So instead, rein it in, really make sure you're grounded into the sits bone, curl your sternum to pubic bone, reach long in the arm, back arm palm up to the sky, and then in order to come further, try to curl deeper, sternum into pubic bone, falling only as far forward as you can stay in that sits bone, and then I want you to reach back in the occiput to find that core connection, and then curl the sternum deeper. Inhaling as we come tall to center, we switch over to the other side. As we shift into the sits bone, we curl the sternum to pubic bone. As we stay weighted in this sits bone, we only come as far forward as we're able to stay weighted in the sits bone. Back palm pushes up to the sky. Front arm helps pull us forward. We curl the sternum deeper. Then we retract in the occiput. Then we curl the sternum even deeper. We retract in the occiput, and then curl that sternum even deeper, keeping as much weight as we can in that sits bone. And then we inhale, tall, we come to center. So we shift, we curl. Remember, retract at your occiput while you curl deeper in your sternum. You can have both hands if you like. You can have the hands to test it, retracting in occiput, curling deeper in sternum, and then test it with long arms. We inhale tall, we come to the other sits bone, curling sternum. As we reach forward, dropping deeper into the sits bone, as we curl the sternum deeper, we retract at occiput, we exhale, curl that sternum deeper, and we inhale, retract at occiput, exhale, curl that sternum deeper, and inhale, tall and to center. In order to come out of this, we'll go into our neck roll series. So that's where we come onto the stomach and we prepare for our first extension exercise of the spine. So really important to remember that this is basically just your spine stretch forward, but with a wide leg and with a turn involved. It's the same choreography. You're just allowing your sternum to turn to find one sits bone, and you're doing a spine stretch forward on one sits bone. So I hope that clarifies a bit. As always, just in order to get used to this weight transfer over our bony landmarks, this is again why I why I developed the monkey body method for my own body, to be able to sort of understand how to map those bony segments against a hard surface in 360 degrees, which is why we always start with that rocking, mashing, rolling, and then go on to our spiral stretches to really make sure that we can sort of simultaneously decompress and activate the musculature around our major joints. So hope that helps, and see you soon.